Welcome back to the Federation, everybody. This is MCW. This is episode 15. I'm one of your hosts, Vic. We got Bianca. We got Les. Hey, man, we gonna get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the Knicks and what's the next steps for them. We'll talk about the Wicked trailer that just got released and our anticipation for that film, as well as everything that's going on in wrestling, specifically WWE, the releases, SmackDown and Raw, and we will preview Money in the Bank that's coming up this Saturday. All that and more, you already know. It's the culture. Keep it locked.
80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap, we kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.
We're back. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a lot to speak about, as I said before. I think we have to kind of get the ugly out of the way. Tom Thibodeau, Knicks head coach, the most successful head coach of the Knicks for the last 25 years, got let go a couple days ago. It was shocking for some, not shocking for a lot of people. Want to get first reactions to that. I do also want to say that for the 52nd consecutive season, the Knicks will not win the NBA Finals, as they were eliminated by the Indiana Pacers. We'll get into that a little bit as well. Tom Tom Thibodeau reactions. If anybody wants to go.
I think it's sad to see him go because of the winning that he brought to the city. But I don't know, there's better coaches out there that's free right now. Mike Malone.
Let me throw out some names at you. See if you think it makes sense. Names have been floating around. Jay Wright has been floating around. Dan Hurley's been floating around. Johnny Bryant has been floating around. Some people are saying Rick Brunson should take the helm. And one person that actually a friend of mine brought to my attention that I couldn't believe that I didn't think of, Mark Jackson.
I actually want Mark Jackson.
There you go. So I was
Mark
going to ask
Jackson
any of those names.
would be great to come back to the city, come back to the NBA.
Yep.
And then he could push us closer to the finals. Well, actually to the finals, because, we got to the conference.
Let me ask you something, and I guess this has already been discussed to death 10 years ago, but his last head coaching job was with, correct me if I'm wrong, was with the Golden State Warriors, where he was sort of cultivating what would become this dynasty before he was let go, and then Steve Kerr swoops in, and I don't want to discredit him, but it's, he already had all the pieces. Do you think he was done dirty at that point?
Yeah, it was politics. It was straight politics. There's nothing more to be said. He wasn't going along with what they wanted to do, and it didn't even have nothing to do with basketball.
Right, and you see, Steph Curry and them, still give a lot of praise to Mark Jackson to this day, even after all the championships that they won. So, yeah, I would also love Mark Jackson to be in it. There's been a lot of talk about this. Ultimately, why do y'all think Thibodeau was let go? You had alluded, Leslie, to there being better coaches, but what was it about Tom Thibodeau that didn't work, even though he brought so much success to the Knicks?
Running his players into the ground, not using the bench enough. You got a roster for a reason.
Right. And then you have players like Landry Shamet, who I'm not advocating for him to be on the starting five or anything. Delon Wright, who in garbage time it's garbage time, but they were performing very well. And then, it comes under a little too late, obviously because it's garbage time. But everybody that was in the 7 players that he would put in weren't getting the job done. So I wonder, because there was a report out, and you don't know how true anything is, that the front office was talking to some players, and that's how they ultimately came to the decision. So some players were unhappy with Coach Thibodeau and were the reason that he's out of there now. And you know how it is. The players never get the blame. The head coach always has to take the full brunt of it. So that's very unfortunate, but I think I am ready to move on from Tom Thibodeau as well. I do think that like starting to actually experiment in Game 3 of the conference finals is kind of wild when you have the whole season to do so. We wish him well in his future endeavors, and I'm ready for the next.
That was like such.
Yeah, that was kind of dirty. That's my
we'll have another one of those later on.
Oh yeah, I'm just I'm sneaking in the bars in there. No, I'm also ready for the next era of Knicks basketball. There were reports about Karl Anthony Towns not getting back on defense, but some of the defensive schemes he wasn't following, and he does get into foul trouble a lot. You think that had anything to do with the Knicks?
Cat don't like playing defense.
He was never good defensively.
I never saw him as a good defender, and that's why I was like, when we got him, okay, we got another offensive piece, but we need more defense.
So that falls on Leon Rose and the front office.
Yeah, because they're not getting two-way players. They looking for names and not actual talent.
Yeah.
I have a question because I had this conversation with one of my friends, and he was saying like if we never traded, we probably would have made it to the chip. Do you guys feel the same way?
No.
Okay.
One reason and one reason only. I'm gonna get back on the hate train. Julius Randle. I don't think they go anywhere with that guy, man.
Exactly. You see where he got the Timberwolves.
Same spot.
And had a great game 1, and we praised him. And right after that, fell off a cliff. That's Julius Randle 101. I do miss. I was telling y'all on Monday that my lady's gotten into basketball, and I'm here damn near explaining the whole issue. Well, in 1896, James Naismith, you know what I'm saying?
A very historic man that Vic is.
Yeah, you got to start from the beginning, man. It don't make sense. But, so I was explaining the whole thing. Like I missed Dante DiVincenzo. I thought they could have really used him, and I get why he had to go or why he had to be traded if he wanted to get Cap. But in a perfect world, he would have stayed.
Yeah.
But it's those pieces that were definitely needed, and I think this is more locked in the locker room. Stay tuned for that. My issue with how the Knicks played Game 6 is just these very unnecessary, frustrating turnovers that I think only I would make in 2K, and it was that and just giving Indiana too much space when they consistently knock it down from behind the arc, and you're closing in down low when you probably should cover the man behind the line. They got burned by Derek White in the Boston series and got away with it. Not this time. And I'm a bad sport. I don't know why Tyrese Halliburton wasn't clothesline when he's out here dunking and shit. Like, why are you not like catching him and giving him a choke slam or a German suplex? Like, what he like that man is too, bro. He is too arrogant. Wearing the funeral, like the black clothes. How is Reggie Miller on camera for the trophy presentation? You're a broadcaster, my man. Like, I don't care that
he's a hater. That's what he is.
A pacer
for
life.
I know, but the NBA and TNT, they allow this. It's disrespectful. I am tired of the disrespect.
They repaying him for Malice in the Palace.
Man,
Let us.
you should replace Steven Jackson for Malice in the Palace, man. That man did nothing wrong.
Nah, Reggie was the only one. They was doing it for. See, I got a conspiracy, right?
Go ahead.
This is my conspiracy.
He always has
So
one, by the way.
the Indiana Pacers was supposed to win the chip that year,
Sure.
but the fight happened. And like it was already set in plan that it was gonna happen. You know, Reggie was gonna get his send off. He'd get his
Right.
title because he couldn't get past Jordan and all that. He was gonna get all his send off, and then
Or Kobe.
they had to have the fight, and then they're like, "Yo, bro, we can't have y'all win now. Y'all ain't got nobody on the team." And now Reggie just never got there.
Right, because it's like, how is essentially one man gonna beat who were
And
the
Reggie was like
leaders, right?
35 or
Oh
something
no, it
like
was
that.
after that.
At that
Right.
time, that was a dinosaur in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly. Only if you're LeBron, you can, and got his ice baths or whatever it is, you can play at 40.
Cryotherapy.
Right, there you go. Ted Williams is frozen cryogenically. By the way, that's a fun fact that got nothing to do with anything, but
Yo.
it's because they want, like, in case technology like allows you to revive somebody, like in Futurama.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
They
Just
froze
cremate
his
me.
body.
I'm telling you right now, cremate me. I'm not doing this
Right.
shit.
Yeah. Likewise, man. I don't need to be just cremate me. Keep my ashes though. You know, I need to haunt something. You know, don't throw me in the ocean, bro. Like I don't even like.
No, I want a little box in Puerto Rico because you know you can buy the little boxes at
Yeah.
the cemeteries. Go get me a box.
We'll
Pay
spread
for
Vic on City Field.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
I don't think those folks want me either. That would be. I love that. So sort of on subject with the Knicks. Your boy Gilbert Arenas. He was talking a little loud about Karl Anthony Towns. And he said something that were like very inflammatory. Said he was built like a B word. We were at the 10-minute mark. He said he was built like a bitch. And that he has girl hips. That's kind of wild.
Those are fighting words.
Oh yeah.
Those are fighting words, bro.
Yeah, why
Like,
you looking
meet
at
me
another
outside.
man's
I
hips?
don't care what. Meet me outside.
Now, we have to learn a lesson here. Is that some people ruin it for everybody else. We were all laughing. We're all good when we was talking about Zesty Cat and oh my god and this, that, and the other. But now Gilbert Arenas has ruined it for everybody, and now he's taking that like too far now. Like it was just like a little joke that because he doesn't have a deep voice. Cat doesn't.
I don't think half of the NBA have deep voices.
Oh, not all the motherfuckers deep voices. They all talk like Chef. You just gotta execute the game plan and give
Teamwork.
credit to coach and the teamwork.
We here to win. The buzzwords.
Right, exactly. I'll say this, I respect Gilbert Arenas a ton for his playing days and for entertaining that his show is. But the fact of the matter is, this man never won anything, and he's definitely hasn't won as much as Cat has won. And lions shouldn't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. So Gil can get the fuck out of here, man. Don't be coming at Cat that way. That's a little wild. Like, if you want to criticize his lack of execution on the defensive end, oh yeah, we all for that. But like personal attacks, like that's bitch made in my opinion. But that's just me. I don't know if y'all have anything to say about it.
The personal comments is kind of like basketball culture. Like
Yes,
people from his era, if
yeah,
they think that you trash, they don't talk nothing about your basketball skills. They just talk about you. Like,
right.
but
Yeah.
But
if you play ball and show them, then they'll start talking good.
isn't that more sort of behind the like in the locker room? But if you're gonna do it publicly, I guess I'm thinking more like inside the NBA type. Like Chuck isn't gonna insult you in that way, right? He's gonna say like, oh, like when KD was, he was like, oh, you got to put on some pounds or something like that, right? Or Derek White, he said come home like when he had the hair still, with the hairline or like thereof. It wasn't like, oh, you a bit, he'll make fun of people's attire for sure, but I don't think he called them like gay or a bitch. Like that's the
In
part that's a little
public.
off for me.
In public.
Right, in public, right. Maybe he said it
Yeah,
backstage with the cameras or the mics
but
were off, and that's something else.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're
I
saying.
feel like
But
Gilbert is looking for the clicks too. Like he
I can see
is
that.
that's kind of what it is. Is like
yeah, I
he's
hear you.
looking for the clicks, but it's not warranted. But I understand why he's doing it. I don't accept it, but I understand why
Right.
he's doing it.
Yeah.
I understand also that this is like the world we live in. I the day we if we start doing that, then we have to take a long look at ourselves, because I think so far we've said some controversial things, maybe a little inflammatory, but I don't think we
Not in
tack.
public.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
When we're together, not in public. The
Right, they can all get it,
yeah.
but I don't think we ever got at anybody and like spoken of them in that manner. So I hope, because we were getting our viewership up and we're getting our subscriber count up, and I'm proud that we've been doing it without that. But again, that's just me. Maybe I'm too much of a pacifist. Um,
Wait, before I know you might be moving on, but before we
sure.
move on, I just have a question for you guys of
Yeah,
like, how do you feel about the end of the era of TNT and the NBA?
that's a great question. I guess I'll take it. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do on ESPN. I don't think it's gonna be quite the same, because
Okay.
ESPN has Stan Van Gundy, right? Um, and that's like them and Stephen A. Smith. That's like their main
Yeah.
post show coverage. So I don't know how it's gonna work. And Chuck has already been outspoken, Charles Barkley,
I'm sorry.
about
I
this.
just got the thought of Stephen A. Smith commentating a whole NBA game.
Yo,
No, that's not gonna work. I'm shutting
he's
that
good
off.
for the clicks. He's just too much
You
sometimes.
can't take that shot.
But that's pretty much sums up my
Yeah.
thoughts on it. What do you think, Les?
I was only there for the Chuck Kenny and the Jet, so
Right.
like I got there when Shaq got there,
Yeah.
so it's sad to see that group leave, but TNT was always like, I don't know, like their production wasn't good to me, so
Mm,
it's like Shaq and them made it like it boosted it.
Right.
yeah.
Cause then like when Shaq and them wasn't on it, like when they got like Draymond, Candace, and like Alex Caruso or something,
Yeah, that's
who
Caruso.
really watching that?
Yeah.
Jamal Crawford,
Oh, I
Vince
like Jamal Crawford.
Carter.
You know what it is? I love Jamal Crawford so much. I don't even know if he was a bad broadcaster, but I
Jamal
just love
Crawford
Jay
will
Crosby
forever have a space in my heart because he played for
forever.
the Knicks and he
Or
balled out on the
Clay King.
Knicks. I wanted to learn
Clay
that
King.
crossover where he did the behind the back little dribble joint to the layup. Like,
Man, don't ask me, man. So before we get into Wicked, I forgot where I was. I was somewhere, and the TV was on. Oh, I was at work, Oof. And the Stanley Cup Finals were on. And it's the Florida Panthers. You already told me this, and I forgot. We also did NHA logo. We had to look at the logos of the NHL. We had to guess the city and the team.
These guys were so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I
Um,
dominated.
uh, I was like
Dominated.
the Boston Boogaloos at some point. Something. Uh, so yeah. So the Panthers. I forget who they were playing, but
the Oilers, the
the
Edmonton
Oilers,
Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers. There you go.
They
So
went
I
into
think it was game
OT, I
one.
think. Yeah, game one.
How was the game? If you got to see
I did not see it because I went to Wicked.
it.
And then because I came home and the game just ended, I ended up watching AEW because it was 4 hours long. Which is
Well, we're gonna get into that, and I have a feeling that you're gonna do a lot of the carrying there, Bianca.
It's
Um,
gonna be Bianca's review.
no,
I wanted to
we'll
watch
get
it
into it. We'll
because
get
I
into
was
it.
knocked out.
But there's another 4 hour next week, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Huh.
No.
So, last night I believe the trailer for the next Wicked. It's a sequel. They're just gonna do two movies. Wicked for Good was
Yes.
released. I saw the trailer this morning. I saw the first Wicked, but like I don't know. This trailer felt like it was like clips of the first movie, but I know it's not. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah, I thought the first Wicked was really good. And it actually made me go home and watch The Wizard of Oz. The
Oh, nice.
19,
Yeah,
was it 33, 29? Like it's a long time ago.
the
Um,
original one.
yeah, well, there were like there was one before that, but nobody talks about it. And I'm forgetting what her name was. Very famous actress who played Dorothy. Um, but anyway,
What was her name?
you're a big Wicked fan, Bianca. What do you think about this trailer? Are you excited for November?
So let me tell you that I was at the movie theater. Like, me and my friend went to the movie theater. We sat because originally what they said was that worldwide the trailer was going to air at 6 p.m. and everybody at the theaters were going at 6 p.m. to rewatch the movie. So at first, me and my friend was like, "We just need to see the trailer.
Right.
We're hungry. We're gonna dip, right?" And what ended up happening is that they showed the AMC freaking because we went to AMC. They showed the AMC trailer, and we're like, "Cool, cool." I had my phone out to be like, "Yes, the trailer," and literally they showed How to Train Your Dragon trailer, and we have never been so fucking disappointed. And and then they had the Nicole Kidman, and then they showed the movie. Well,
Yo, you know how crazy? Like, if I'm watching, I'm just waiting for Nicole Kidman to
yes,
show up.
because the movie's gonna start finally.
Bruh, this
So it was. We got to see the whole movie over again. It was like my third time in theaters, my fifth time overall watching this film. Mind you, I have never seen the play. I don't know what part two is about, and everybody wants me to go see the play beforehand because obviously they have changed a lot of the things. But I'm very excited. I was crying. It looked amazing. I'm happy. I can't wait for November.
Well, I guess I won't spoil nothing. I haven't seen the musical either. I was trying to. Those tickets were crazy,
They're
especially.
much better now. I saw.
Cool,
But
cool. I'll definitely take another look because again, my lady, she loved Wicked. Um, so the musical, I remember 20 years ago was this hit, like
yeah.
took over the city. Made I don't want to say made their career, but Idina Menzel and Kristen, I can't ever say her last name. Shano, sorry,
Hmm.
yeah, her. Just like they've gone on to do like a bunch of things
Yeah,
afterward,
yeah.
and they're super famous. And they even appeared in Wicked,
Yeah, it
like
was so cute.
like a little cameo, So, but definitely, they're trying to like when I saw Wizard of Oz, there were things that like they had like in Wicked they had like the little lion or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that's gonna be the lion with like no heart in the Wizard of Oz. So like little things like that. And I think the Prince is the Tin Man or something. Um,
Stop spoiling stuff.
Oh,
sir.
I'm sorry. I
I
didn't.
literally told you I did not watch
Oh,
the
dang.
play, and I've been so good at not like looking at things.
I thought it was common knowledge. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
I know that like there's characters that turn into those characters. I just don't didn't remember which one was which.
Oh yeah, so I just thought of a spoiler too. It involves somebody that gets crushed by a house, but
Well, obviously.
I'm
Anyway,
not gonna like
I I've been very spoiler free. My friend Nicole refuses for me not to go all the way to November and not watch this play. So I guess I'm watching it over the summer.
cool. Because the play is like the
The whole
two
thing.
part movie, right? They basically split it into two movies, the play, if
Yeah.
you will. Um, but yeah, I did like thematically Wicked this whole thing of like, hey, not everybody's your friend and they will use you, especially
Yes.
if you're
Yeah.
so. I thought that was pretty cool. So I think that does it for Wicked. A lot of people are excited for November. We'll see you then. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna talk some wrestling. We're gonna get
Wrestling.
some sad stuff to start it off, and hopefully we'll end on a high note. Um, couple folk were released this week from the WWE. Two of them were very surprising. So, as far as I know, the three were R Truth, Carlito, and Sarah Logan, aka Valhalla.
Hmm.
Um, the way that I read her name and just went about my day, continued what I was doing, that was special because
She literally just had a baby. Like,
Yeah.
that's why
congratulations.
that's why she's
Congratulations.
been out actually.
Oh, I know, but I just never cared for her at all. Good. Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations, babies are miracles. Um, she's also she's also a little bit racist, but that's for another day. So good riddance. But our truth and Carlito beloved 1,000%,
Tears.
1,000%. We thought it was a joke
I
because
literally remember when I sent it to you. I was
right
like, "This has to be a joke. There's no fucking
Yeah.
way." I
and
was so upset.
for a company and I'm gonna throw this to you, Bianca, that um, brags about its record profits every month, every pay per view, and you release folk that you're not even using, which that's on you. It's a little baffling, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I want to really thank like FIFO and Jimmy Van for this, to be honest, because he's very like the business type, and I'm also reading his book, so it's very like good insight on like business. But yeah, it's he was speaking about like how the parent company of WWE, TKO, and Endeavor are actually in debt, and that this not might not just be a WWE thing. This might be their parent company, like trying to get their money back because they've been what is it, acquisition? Like they've been acquiring a lot of companies over the couple years.
Mm.
Um, like TKO by themselves is $3 billion in debt, and yes, that sucks. Like that sucks. And WWE is probably one of their profitable entities with the UFC. So I think they're just trying to figure out what they need, what they don't need. There was someone else, and I forgot who this person was when I was watching on Instagram, who was also talking about is WWE moving more into a sports related thing and trying to remove all the entertaining parts out. So they're removing like the funny gimmicky um characters or wrestlers, superstars, as you will say. You know what I mean?
You
And that
need
could
that though.
yeah, and but that could also be a possibility. But like, we got to remember that WWE doesn't own themselves anymore. They have a parent company, so like, this might come from the company, or it might actually be down to the parent company. So we don't like. I don't know the exact thing, but knowing that TKO is in $3 billion of debt um, is a big eye opener.
So I got a question. So do y'all know if like with the AAA, right? So the TKO buy AAA and then they just giving it to WWE, or did WWE buy AAA and they?
That's a good question. I don't know
Because
if
it's
it's.
like if y'all in debt, why keep buying all of this? Like why keep buying all of these companies and stuff?
I think it's more for the IP because TKO in general, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, is a talent company. They're acquiring a bunch of talent and the IP and like trademarks that they can profit off of.
I think that I think in like you talked about needing these comedy characters. Um, I agree with that. And then we're also giving time and presence to a bunch of comics that are not funny. That's subjective, but I'm sorry, personally, like, man, you couldn't pay me to watch a Tom Segura set. You couldn't pay me. And I need the money. I wouldn't take. What's that other the British they couldn't pay me. They're
So
not.
it's
Which
Tony.
It,
What is Tony's name that was
yeah,
on commentary? You
we're not.
cannot
Tony
pay me.
Hinchcliffe?
We're
Oh
not.
no,
No, we're
yeah.
Yeah,
not. We're not. We're not
cannot
even
pay
giving
me for
them.
that.
And again, this is not because they said what they said. It's
Yeah,
because they're not. You could be offensive, but you got to be funny. You definitely got to be funny if you're gonna be offensive. They're not funny.
sorry,
Right.
you
Right.
not funny, bro.
Hey, I think even you can agree with Bianca. You can make a Puerto Rican joke, but it needs to be funny.
Yeah,
It's too much of
and
this.
also time and place. Like, know where the fuck you at, like, bro.
It's because they know nothing will happen to them.
Yeah,
It's the equivalent of the people that talks trash on Xbox Live or whatever. They're not ready for those consequences,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then they know nothing's coming, so they can say under the guise of an artistic license, they can say whatever they want. Man, for all the flack that Dave Chappelle got for the transgender jokes, I thought they were clever.
yeah,
That's just me. That's the other
It
side of
made
it.
sense.
Right.
The best
And
jokes
again,
is the ones that make you think.
right. It's not we're no, before we even, viewers, we are not trying to say that we're transphobic or this and that, the other. We're only saying that the jokes had a lot of sense to them. Not in any offensive way or like we were laughing at transgender folk.
yeah.
But
I think if you really watch Dave Chappelle's set completely, because the thing with Dave Chappelle is like you have to watch him front to back
yes.
to get the context of a clip. Like,
Because it's
this
a
is
whole story that was going
yes.
around.
So, but yeah, I think it's unfortunate that we have Carlito and our truth leaving, especially our truth because it like literally doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense to any of the fans. You hear them chanting; they're all chanting, "We want truth" on Raw. Like you hear them like speaking like. Even the superstars are upset backstage. Like our truth had a whole T-shirt that we wanted that we can't even buy now.
Which was a best selling shirt.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy. At least put it on sale
he's
for five
gaining you,
dollars.
yeah, he's
On
giving you
clearance.
Yeah, in debt, right?
Right, that.
yeah, yeah. Because like our truth didn't make sense because he's giving you profits, like more than you expect from him. You know what I mean? Like he in WWE he's always been a comedy like wrestler, like a stick. When he was in TNA, he wasn't a stick. Like he was like an actual
Are
like
you serious?
he was very serious. So like I don't know. And the morale, like this is one thing I will say, and I agree with Jimmy Van when he says it. If the workplace morale is bad, everything goes down. The quality goes down. The people efforts to be working there goes down. You know what I mean? Like the moment the morale goes down, the company's fucked.
Well, that's what's sort of baffling. Like a lot of wrestlers, they're expressing displeasure on this, and the way they spoke, like, if you look at the twitters and everything like
Hmm.
that, it reads like an obituary. That's how love our truth is. And like Carlito's like. is it Carlito's fault that you brought him back? You
and
you
did nothing.
you took away first of all the first part of his song, which like why would you take away the spit in your face that people like?
Hmm.
Why would you take that away? Then you gave him some generic ass.
Rebel music.
It's people not from Puerto Rico who got no sense because Jim Johnson is not from Puerto Rico, but he could make you something better, a lot better. And you took away everything that made him cool, and then you relegated him to a comedy character, and he still knocked it out the park.
Yeah,
And all right, cool. All right, I see y'all. I see y'all. And
it's
everybody.
crazy.
I was just gonna say that like for everybody that was saying like, oh, it's TKO doing this. No, TKO tells Triple H, hey, we gotta cut this amount of money, so you gotta let some people go. You give us a list of those people who you think da da da. So Triple H has a decision
And
on this.
just to correct what happened, he wasn't technically released. His
His contract.
contract was renewed. Yes,
Yeah.
so that we're not saying that he was technically released. His contract wasn't renewed.
Just thank you for that.
Yeah,
They're just not gonna re-sign him
yeah,
to a new deal. Same with Carlito.
yeah.
Go ahead, Les.
Now I was gonna say is like it's crazy because like maybe the week that Liv said that she was leaving, right? I was thinking to myself, I was like, why are they trying to make Carlito the Spanish R-Truth? Like, and then it's like both of them get released. Well, both of
Yeah.
them is gone at the same time. It's,
I'll give a shout out to Liv Morgan, to Dirty Dom for wearing Carlito merch this past Monday.
They were trying not to. They were trying not to have people wear it too.
Right, especially like our truth. They
yeah, I heard they ban people from wearing R-Truth shirts,
just crazy.
like the talent.
And they were chanting "We want truth"
Yep.
on
They
Monday.
was trying. They was chanting that on NXT.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. I mean, and this is like, I hope, I know that our truth, Ron Killings, knows how much she is loved, and I hope, and I'm gonna, you shouted out the thing. I'm gonna shout out the thing, Wrestling Color podcast. I was watching. She was saying that he hopes, and I agree with her, that he doesn't sign a Legends deal. She hopes that he goes to like the Indies and all that stuff, and just gets his money that way, gets autographs, and hopes everybody shows up. If there is an indie show around us, and Ron Killings is gonna be there,
We'll be there.
we're gonna be
We're
there.
gonna be there.
Yeah.
We gotta
I'm
show up.
buying all the merch. I'm waiting for his shirt to get on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes,
Get my merch.
man. If they can get a K Quick shirt in there somehow, I think
Ooh,
that's classic
K
right there.
Quick.
That's classic. Road Dogg and man, fuck Road Dogg too, but hey.
Do y'all think they bring him back for the Royal Rumble?
I mean, the
Maybe.
pop will be insane.
But like
But,
only for the Rumble, like you know how they only
right.
bring people just for that one match.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring
I,
everyone and try to put somebody through it.
yeah, SRS was saying that he might be there for the TNA reunion, like when they have like their Hall of Fame or like their major show. So, I think he might be there for his anniversary, which is at UBS Arena. So
Mm.
July 20th. Sorry,
Right,
putting
right.
out all the plugs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I see. So we'll get to this quickly. So somebody leaked Roxanne's address. We it seems like we have to, like, how many times we have to teach you this lesson, old man? It feels like every 3 or 5 shows that we do, we gotta talk about some person being inhumane, some people being a loser. Why? Leave people alone.
They just arrested a stalker last at NXT for
For
stalking
Liv,
Liv
right?
Morgan.
Mhm.
Right. It's like, what are we doing? Like, why? You know what? I don't think I got the answers to this. I think I would have more questions than answers. There was an account on Twitter that's name was, and I don't know if I'm doing it the service, kind of bringing light to this, but the account name was like, "Is Roxanne Perez dead yet?" And then every day they would tweet the date and like no, and
Yeah.
like do something with your life.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how people could like correlate TV with the actual person.
I'm telling you, man. When I was a kid, all of us hated Triple H, right? The biggest heel in the. We were with Jr. Have you no heart? Have you no soul? We were burning. So, but nobody wanted to wanted to like actually kill him. You know, it was different with like Carlos
And
Colon and them in Puerto Rico when they would like stab people, and you know it was a little different. But
Hit
like
you with batteries in a sock.
facts, you know, like,
and mind you, back then we thought and like they presented
right,
kayfabe as like actual
right,
true life, and like people were actually angry at these people at airports and at other places, but no one was going to these motherfucking homes or trying to find their addresses.
right. Like, that's just wild.
It's so disrespectful,
Like,
and it's always like the female ones. I swear, it's
Yeah.
so
it's true.
annoying.
It's true. It's true. I don't think, and I don't want to make this a one of those debates.
Yeah,
But I don't think I've ever seen like a male wrestler going like, oh my god, like all these women, like give me space. You know, Dirty Dom don't gotta be like, oh my god, these women are stalking me and they're writing threatening letters. You know, like so. You know, same things happening to Rhea, Asuka earlier this year. We had spoken about it. Had a stalker that was making advances. We remember the situation of Sonya Deville a few years ago. Be better. You know, and it's very difficult. Like we're in this niche thing of professional wrestling, makes it hard to rock with y'all when some of y'all like this. Because I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, please, that basketball, baseball, hockey, football has this level of just deranged behavior amongst its
Maybe
and
fans
people that bet.
towards players. Hmm?
yeah, the betters, but like even if it
Oh,
is,
well, yeah, that's different.
but even
But
if
yeah,
it is, it's not as seen as hard. You know what I mean? Like it's
mm,
not. And again, I go back to what I said last week about we wrestling fans is a niche, and some of our fans are crazy. Like this is a very niche entertainment thing compared to sports.
And I feel like the casual person that doesn't know wrestling only knows the crazy wrestling
Yeah,
fans. You know, they don't know people like us.
right.
yeah.
And then they look
That's
at
why when you be like, oh, you watch wrestling, they be like, you watch wrestling?
right, and
Like,
now a red flag is up. Now they like, I gotta watch out around this person. You know,
Hmm.
we're regular people, man. We just like something. You know, we like a television program. That's all it is.
Literally.
You know. Uh, all right, so SmackDown was in Tennessee this week, I believe Knoxville. Bianca Belair, hometown heroine, makes her return. Cuts an excellent promo about her going through things and her being coming back just for now, just being her safe space. She still got a bandage or splint, I should say, on her finger. So she's been going through it, and she expressed that. And then the most improved player of the year, who is definitely getting MVP votes for me, Naomi, comes out to interrupt her, and just my God, excellent. Has tears in her eyes again. Like I don't know where she's getting these acting classes. Like pay them everything, because she got me here believing that she is insane. And they were in a yacht last week too, and Naomi puts a picture up social media, and then she like scrubbed out Bianca from to keep kayfabe. Like my goodness, like come on, man. Main event of WrestleMania 42. Like what are we doing?
y'all seen
Uh,
that she put the razor blades in the cake for Jay?
Yeah, yeah. And mind you, sent her an ice cream
Ice
cake.
cream cake with razor blades.
not even a real.
That shit was melting.
Nah, I need I need this to be like a Looney Tunes thing where Naomi just keeps setting traps for Jade, and Jade like figures it out, and then, like Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny type of joint. Um, yeah, Naomi, and I can understand the psychology here because she's happy. She doesn't care whether Bianca Belair likes her or not. She only
Yeah.
cares that she has her attention. And when Bianca's going like, "Hey, like da da da," and then she's like, "Oh, I let myself into your crib," and I'm like, "Yo,
Like
that's
crazy.
crazy." And you're like, "What you mean? Like da da da," and then like you basically Bianca's like, "I'm not rocking with you. What you did, Jay, was crazy," and then, yo, how she look up and she's like, "Oh well, it'd be unfortunate if if you were in a wheelchair like your mom." And I'm like, yo. And
Crazy.
to Mama Belair, I hope that she's well. I hope she's doing okay. That was wild, and this was like my favorite segment of the week. So,
Yeah.
so I gotta let y'all talk now because I went on for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if y'all saw it. Let me know what y'all think.
Oh, I was waiting for Les.
No.
um, I do want to take a beat because I know it's 11 o'clock. How much more time do you have, Les? Sorry,
What time is it?
11
11.
Oh, I'm good. We good as long as we.
Okay, cool.
before noon.
Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool.
All
I
right.
I
just
just
wanted.
gotta leave at noon, but we good.
Okay, I
Okay.
wanted to make sure.
I'll cut some things as we go.
Yeah,
Um, Bianca Belair, Naomi segment.
it was great. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We'll
Yeah,
move on then. Oh, Cody and Cena had a little promo. Jey Uso didn't really speak, but Logan Paul spoke. Cuts an excellent promo. Um,
I
and
still don't like
Cena
that
was
man.
setting up. Oh no, I don't like him either, but I gotta give the devil his due. So yeah, they're setting up this tag team match, but they have a disagreement. Logan Paul, he's like ready to go, and Cena's like, "Nah, I'm not trying to fight." Um, and then Cody Rhodes with the line of the year, talking about Logan Paul is gonna polish Cena's Peacemaker. Uh, that's wild talk. And then they have a brawl and such. That's gonna be the main event for Money in the Bank. We'll talk about that a little later. Over on Monday Night Raw, Stephanie Baker debuts and wins a triple threat to get to the Money in the Bank ladder match. She does the Devil's Kiss. It is immediately ruined by Pat McAfee, who just ruins everything. It's like
Yeah, did you see Michael Cole? I didn't. I watched the clips of Raw because I couldn't deal.
I was so hurt by the next thing that I avoided the Michael Cole wearing it was a Pacers jersey, right?
That's
Yeah,
literally why.
T.J. McConnell.
Yes, that's literally why I only watch the
He had
clips
the T.J.
because I was just like,
McConnell.
I'm not dealing with this.
Sidebar: I don't like the Pacers, and I definitely don't like Tyrese Halliburton. I got nothing bad to say about T.J. McConnell. That man just balls. He's just great at what he does, man. And yes, you could have hit him with an elbow when he's trying to do them layups and everything, but he's just like you just see it. Like he just it's sort of effortless for him. It's admirable. I just want to say that. Um, but Seth Rollins does some stuff with Zayn and Punk. Punk had a promo earlier, very calling out Cena. Was it Cena and Rock or Rock and Rollins? I forget. Um,
Do we think Rock is actually gonna show up?
No, Rock ain't showing back up.
Don't say this man's name if he's not gonna show up.
and
Nah, he just alluded to him.
Mm.
oh,
But,
okay.
yeah.
So yeah, so we remember that he did the whole Hot Boys Wayne thing, announcing WrestleMania New Orleans, and now that's not going to happen. So there's definitely some miscommunication at the top, seemingly. Um, I don't know whose fault it is, but it seems like since WrestleMania 40, or at least the Raw after WrestleMania 40, since then everything that The Rock has touched has gone to shit. And yeah, that's not a good look for the GOAT. It's not, but we'll move on. AEW Fyter Fest was last night.
4 hours.
Take it away, B. We're gonna we're gonna play rock paper scissors while you. No,
No, I'll make this really quick because I honestly I came after the Wicked stuff, and luckily I have YouTube TV, so I was like skipping commercials. Like, um, I think this was really good. I think the women's match, they had like a tag team match with Mercedes Monet on the side eating steak,
I
which
did
is
see that. I did see that.
she's just out there watching eating steak, and I thought that was funny, and I thought that match was really good. The 4-way for Kenny's belt, I think it's now called the International. I
International.
forget. Yeah,
And then
belt.
Okada got the. Is it Okada got
Yeah,
the Continental belt?
yeah. So they both came out. They're gonna wrestle each other. They're gonna have a contract signing next week.
And then
For yeah, yeah,
and a winner take all at. Is it
all in,
all in? Okay.
all in
Yeah.
at the biggest show of them all
Right.
in Texas.
At Globe Life Stadium where the Rangers play the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, overall, the 4 hours was good. I think they did a decent show. Like, not like I think they try to put all the stops out for it, but I was exhausted watching this last night. To be honest,
How well do you how cooked do you think Mercedes' steak was? Do you think like a little medium well?
yo, that shit looked
Medium
so well. Like
well done?
it did not look cooked. First of all, it didn't even look like steak. It looked gray as hell. You know what I mean? Like, because I was trying to look at it and I was like, is this gray? And I guess also like stage hands, like that's probably like overcooked after waiting too long or whatever the case is. It's probably not actually at the temperature it needs to be. It was just cooked enough for her to eat it on the side.
So we think that Tony Storm's gonna get sick or something because she was just eating it.
I know she was like, I was
uh,
like, girl, relax.
uh, quick thing I forgot to
Yeah.
mention. I think the WWE needs to fly out Booker T just to comment on Stephanie back hair matches because I don't think it works. I
It
don't
does
think.
not work with Pat McAfee. It
Stop,
does.
bro. You're not. You're not that man.
And he's also like not saying it right. Like he just everything about it does not work. Like,
And the
Is he?
corny shout out Booker T right before.
He is the kid in school that always tries to be cool and funny, but it comes off that he's trying too hard, and then you just like,
He the wear my hug nigga.
up. He's the
Yo.
wear my. See, that's what I was looking for.
yo.
Like
That's perfect right there. Over on NXT, Tyra May Steele debuts. She won LFG. I generally don't care for people whose gimmick is America, but she is an Olympian, so I get it. But again, that's been done with like Kurt Angle, and even when Chad Gable was doing it, it was like, oh, okay, we need a little bit more, which they eventually did pre Grande Americano, but those are two different people.
she
But
remind
yeah,
me of a female Shelton Benjamin.
yeah, she is man. Ariana Grace. I hope she's healing because that looked crazy. That looked brutal. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what she does. Like, I guess like I don't want to make a Bianca Belair comparison, but there is like explosiveness to her that I'm like I want to see how that develops. I think she can be
Of course, they're
main
good.
player, yeah, in a few years. One of Tony Storm's dance partners, Mariah May, debuted on NXT as well at the end of the show, I believe. But JC Jane was celebrating the title win, and she shows up, Mariah May. She didn't say her name like Ricky Starks didn't, right?
She's changing her name. They're
I
changing.
wish
Right.
they would stop doing that.
They're changing.
Like
It's
having people come out and then they just don't have a name. Like if y'all trying to attract people that's just randomly watching TV and they gonna
Right.
come, they gonna look at it and she's like, oh yeah, and she doing all her this, it got glamorous or whatever, and then they gonna look, so her name glamorous or something, like what's her name? Like
I think they're gonna go like, oh, everybody's cheering for this person, but I have no idea who this person
her
is.
name gonna be
they
like Mariah Mai or some
yeah,
shit.
because
Nah.
they're
Yeah.
assuming that people already know.
Right. Exactly.
That's what it is.
And definitely
But
the
yeah,
crowd everybody knew.
it was like Jeff Cobb, but then they changed it to CJ. I'm just like, I
You
don't really
know,
like that one.
I feel like they're just gonna add another month to her. You know, like Mariah
That,
December,
yeah,
maybe like Mary March or something. And that's not gonna play well at all. Um,
we'll see when she comes out. But yeah, they're changing her
Mariah
name.
June.
yeah,
That one actually is not that bad.
yeah. Um, well, we got ready to talk about Money in the Bank,
No, yes.
right? So Triple H has done Triple H has outdone himself. Usually, the match man is now ballooned to 4 matches. So let's get it.
Damn, it's only 4.
It's only 4.
That's gonna suck, honestly.
Well,
I'm not.
it's damn. Alright. So wait, before you say that,
Yeah, yeah,
I
go.
honestly only thought it was 3. What's the 4th match? Oh, the Becky and
There you go.
Becky and Shorty. Okay. Yeah. So it is 4.
Becky and
I
Shorty.
thought it was just a tag match and the 2 ladder matches, bro.
Becky
I
and
ain't
Shorty
gonna
is
lie.
crazy. It would be offensive if you called her a bird, you know. Well, let's get into that. For the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lara Valkyria will defend against Becky Lynch. The stipulation being, if Becky Lynch loses, she can't challenge for the title as long as Lyra Valkyria is champion. But if Becky wins, Lyra will have to raise her hand. This is not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Who's taking this championship match?
Becky.
Yeah, please finally give it to Becky.
Yo, please.
hey,
Bro.
hey, she is trying, Lyra is. And, like, again, I made fun of her at first. She has improved a lot. She's convincing me step by step, inch by inch, that she's the real deal or a semblance of it. I will also agree with Becky taking this. I kind of pulled a little chuckle there, talking about one person and then giving it to the other one. But I think this pay-per-view will have a lot of run-ins. I'm thinking Bayley finally shows up and costs Lyra. And maybe they'll have a triple threat in there or something. But yeah, I'm going with Becky here. So the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It's Solo Sikoa versus LA Knight versus Penta versus Seth Rollins versus Andrade, formerly Cien Almas. It's a great name. Wonder why they got rid of that. Versus El Grande Americano.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the only person that I can really see winning here is LA Knight. And I don't even know if he's going to win because I think he's going to be in the feud with Aleister Black. But I think Roman is going to prevent Seth Rollins from winning the Money in the Bank.
I would hope that would happen because I don't want Seth to win. As much as I like Seth Rollins, as much as I like this new little stable they got. Please don't let him win.
He don't need it.
My prediction,
Yeah.
I would say, damn.
This is hard.
Yeah, out of everybody there,
This is really hard.
gracias.
Yo, and they
He
would
might,
do
man.
this.
Yeah.
They
I'm
might
going
do
to
that.
Grande Americano.
Shit.
I really want to go to with Andrade, but
The thing is that Andrade's there because he does
I
well
know.
in these matches. He's there to like kind of put on a spectacle. You also could have had Carmelo Hayes in there, but again, like you remember when
Him and Miz are about to have a whole feud.
right? That's something we also forgot. Like Miz and Gunther, they're not happy about the R2 situation either, man.
They
You
took
think Miz on the
WWE
way out?
off their stuff.
Right, but that's like where I'm a little like, are they next? Like, are they on their way out? Because loyalty isn't valued anymore. So is Miz on his way out? Is because something happened to New Day? I'm thinking about the long tenured folk in there.
Yeah.
They can't release Miz. He did them 7 trash ass Marine movies for them.
Bro, he showed up
But they
every day.
After
can do
Cena said
whatever.
no after the first one, they got him for the next 7.
Yes, showed up for all the events. He basically did what Cena did, like just show up on everything,
Miz has been
but
doing
got
what
less credit.
Cena's been doing forever.
Yeah,
Sorry. Not to
no, no,
like
no, no.
step
You,
like
yeah,
yeah.
you good, you good. But yeah, agreed. Miz is a lifer for me. Like you give, he asks for anything, you give him what he wants. He has earned it tenfold. Um, so who you said you think is gonna win the Money in the Bank?
I guess I'll go with Gracias because like I really can't see nobody winning.
Oh.
And I don't want it to be Seth Rollins. like
So if you know what? If a Grande Americano wins, then he won't win the world title, and they'll just unmask him or something. I guess is that the big story that's gonna play in? Who knows? Um,
it'll be funny because he
I
won't be
won't be
able to
mad if
like
LA Knight win.
I won't
yeah, I
that's
won't be mad either. I think he's put in enough time,
yeah.
and he's been over like as much as they've tried to like not put him like again WrestleMania 39. He should have had a match there in LA. Like and as
Hello.
much as they try to suppress him, he's still over every time he come out.
I
Uh,
just hope they don't Damian Sandow him if he do win.
right,
Hmm.
right. So for the women's Money in the Bank, it's gonna be Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne versus Rhea Ripley versus Julia versus Naomi versus Stephanie Vaquer. What are we thinking? We go
Naomi.
Naomi. There was only one
the
true
only
winner on
answer
this.
is Naomi.
Yeah. If she don't win,
We riot.
Triple K.
yeah.
Whoa. Editor note.
Listen. Listen.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, it's a strikeout. What you talking about? It's a strikeout if she doesn't win. It's Triple K.
I'm here with Les.
Bars. uh, I have this bad feeling that Jade is gonna cost Naomi, and this is like the one time that I need this feud to not make sense.
Yes.
I I do not. Jade, stay with Brandon Phillips, Cincinnati Reds. Great, Brandon Phillips, stay home. Your services are not needed. We need Naomi to win this. Um, yeah, I think Rhea Ripley kind of suffers from the same thing as like Seth Rollins. She doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And Roxanne would be like the next best thing, but I might be a little too early for her. Finally, for the main event, a tag team match player, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso will face off against Logan Paul and the never seen 17-time WWE champion. His name is John Cena.
It's Cena. And I'm not even gonna say his. It's Cena. That's it.
Damn,
I feel like
the other guy.
Cody and Jey Uso.
Cody and Jey Uso.
Yeah, the YouTuber takes the pin to protect Cena, which he doesn't need. But
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaning on that too. Because I guess Cody needs something back to feud with Cena.
yeah,
So I think that's where that will go. Again, I'm excited for the women's Money in the Bank match because of the potential winner.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of whatever. But Money in the Bank tends to be a good show, even if it's not properly um, promoted or set up. So we'll be back with you next week to review that. Welcome back. It's now time for a wrestling roulette. You already know how this goes. One of us suggests a match, we all watch it, and we rotate the choosing. Last week, it was Les's choice, and he gave us an option. This was new. It was a little wrinkle. It was a Punjabi prison match, and it was our choice to watch whichever one in my research, or at least to like watch this match, because I think you gave like Batista, Kali, and Taker, and
Big Show.
Big Show. I forgot, and maybe all of us did that.
No.
And Jinder Mahal had a Punjabi prison match as
Oh.
well.
Oh, I knew that they had a match, but
I forgot.
You didn't want
it wasn't as bad as the other two.
Yeah, so I chose the.
It actually had competent wrestlers in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And shout out Jinder Mahal, by the way, wherever he at, man.
Yeah.
I chose Undertaker, Big Show. I kept asking myself, what is this? The announcers didn't even know what this was. And I think they had to get Kali out of there, because originally it was Undertaker Kali, but I guess they didn't think he could wrestle, or I don't know what the reasoning was. But the rules were very confusing. You have to climb out of one thing.
No, you could crawl out of. Here's the rule, because I was here like, this is so fucking dumb.
Right.
There are 4 openings on the side, right? You get to call one of the referees for one of the openings. You have 60 seconds to get out of that opening if necessary, but it closes and it'll never open again. So you have 4 chances to crawl to the next cage, basically. If not, you have to crawl all the way up and then like get to the other one and crawl out.
I never.
It's still dumb.
I'm shitting on the match, but it maybe wasn't as bad as I'm kind of making it out to be. But it's very telling that 2 veterans and 2 Hall of Famers like Undertaker and Big Show couldn't make this better. What got me too is that they were playing this music like when they were lowering the cage, and I'm like, oh my god, Vince must have been cackling, because this is like
Sure was.
super racist. It's funny because it's Indian. What's crazy too? Like, I was like looking for this on Peacock, and I looked like on the tab were like matches, so they have like ladder, triple threat matches, Hell in a Cell, da da da. And the Punjabi prison match wasn't there. But you know what was there? Chair matches. Do you even remember?
Chair matches?
You remember
a big ass chair with Big Show and
Big
Mark
Show?
Henry, was it?
Right.
Or was it? Yeah.
Big Show was definitely in it. I don't know if that's when he took out that big ass chair.
Yeah. It was. I think it was like either Mark Henry or Kane. It was one of the two.
Big Show, I think, was definitely in it.
But it was definitely against Big Show. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, I think there were like 3 chair matches in the whole history, and that's when they had the TLC pay-per-view, so they had to have a chair match for some reason. But yeah, this was something, and I think I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I ended up watching both. And like, the funniest thing is like me looking it up, because like usually they're on YouTube anyways, but I looked it up and like the first thing I saw was 2 minutes, and it was like the entrance and them getting out, and I was like, this is not a 2-minute match. So then I was like, where is this damn match? And then it was like 25 minutes, and then I was like, the 2 minutes make way more fucking sense than this 25 minutes. Because when it comes to like the Big Show and the Undertaker match at Great American Bash, I was like, this is the most American thing to like just have a random ass like match that has nothing to do with your culture appropriated in here. So yeah, and they look like 2 big clunky men just trying to do Like, and then this is the era of Big Show being like a dork, and I just can't stand
He
it.
was the ECW champion.
And he's like scared about
He
this.
was
You
crying.
are like 7 feet tall.
I lost all respect for Big Show after the Hell in a Cell match with DX. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you are too tall to be scared of this damn cage.
Yeah, but Michael Cole was saying like, oh, he should have just, he shouldn't have stuck his nose where it didn't belong. Like, maybe
Yeah.
so, maybe he just had his head too just far up his ass or something.
I will say I do miss JBL on commentary with Michael Cole because I can't stand Pat McAfee.
Yeah, so we know like Michael Cole has had this, like it happens with wrestlers. You're there long
Yeah.
enough, and we love you now, right? Michael Cole, like I understand what he brings to the table. He was never great. Like I don't. He was never
It's
great.
his dance partners that make it better for him.
Well, I
And
guess that's why he's terrible now. And somehow
Michael Cole.
the concept of this match is somehow in the spirit of Pat McAfee. I can't explain why.
yes.
Michael Cole is that ugly girl that hang out with uglier girls to make her look cute.
You hit me with the bars today, bro. That makes perfect
That's a
sense.
lot of bars. I'm gonna have to clip out all of those.
Oh man. I think those are all our thoughts on Punjabi Vision
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Les. That was an experience.
Yes.
So for next week is my choice this time. Next week, I was gonna do Money in the Bank initially from WrestleMania 21, the first Money in the Bank match since we're having the pay per view, but I decided to go another way, and I don't even know if you can find this, but I will try. My match is Ken Shamrock defending the NWA Championship at TNA 8 versus Ron Killings.
Oh.
Very excited
I'm
to see
sure
what
we
y'all.
could find.
They actually on
They have it
TNA's
on
YouTube.
TNA
They got like a
Plus.
whole
And
documentary and
yeah.
they show the match at the end.
Oh, that's dope because you know what? I was watching them for that main event Mafia like a while and
Yeah.
Booker T, bro. Respect. Lion. Very like why did he get an accent all of a sudden?
he kept it from King Booker.
Nah, he didn't have that accent. He had like a West African accent or something. He was like,
It evolved.
I'm a lion, very dangerous. Respect. Send you out the clip, man. It was a all-time moment for me. Sorry, but it's now was gonna kick him. Sorry, that's it. That's it. This is our time for a hot tag segment. I'll give you a hot take on. Oh, I have to go first. I'm not ready. No, we got to give you a hot take on what we spoke about today, wrestling related. You don't got to be wrestling related, and we don't explain it. We just say it. I will say that Money in the Bank is going to be a good show despite everything that has happened.
Why you took mine though?
I ain't a mind reader. I wish I could make reading women easier,
Jesus.
I mean, I'm like, oh, you're mad. Okay, oh, okay. I figured this out now. I got to go in the laboratory and do the Professor Utonium to figure out why you mad at me. But I've just been chilling. All right, go ahead.
Becky and Bailey should be a tag team when she come back.
I like that.
I can see that. I can see. I see where you're going. I don't know how
2-woman
controversial.
power trip.
Yeah.
The hell?
I don't know. Oh, you scared the shit out of my cat. My
Hold
cat
on.
just ran.
Shit.
I thought it was here. Well, while Leslie tries to figure that out, I was just gonna say that AEW is better than WWE right now.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard me.
I heard. That was smoke alarm?
No, I don't know if
Yeah, my
Leslie heard.
smoke alarm went off.
That was
everything
There's no
good?
smoke nowhere. I'm not even smoking.
Wait, where was it though?
And they put one in the room. Like
In
they
your
put
room?
one in every room now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have one in my room.
yeah. Okay, I just want to make
So
sure.
it's like directly in my room, but I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I was just saying that AEW is better than WWE right now.
That is the hottest of all hot takes. But I like that. And I've been meaning, because of everything that's happened with WWE too, like to pay more attention to AEW and do my due diligence and give you like a more. Oh, we weren't
Robust.
supposed to talk about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. AEW better than WWE. That's Bianca's hot take. We will now move on to a little music segment. What are we listening to right now? I'll go first. I'm on Ari Lennox again. That's probably my answer a few weeks ago. She got an album coming out soon. She's the queen, man. She's the queen of this R&B joint, modern wise. I'm not comparing her to Janet or Mariah and all like that. But yeah, I'm on some Ari Lennox right now. All right.
Oh, go ahead, Les.
Oh, okay. Mine is Run the Jewels. Nobody Speaks.
Nobody get
Nice.
The
choked.
DJ Shadow joint.
Yep. That
I have to go look.
that
Just because
instrumental made it
that's
on
the
like
one with the first line. You put me to your.
kiss my
I'm a bag of
of
dicks. Put me to your lips.
Yeah, that instrumental found itself on a lot of commercials. Like when it came out, I was like, yeah, because I wanted them to win and everything. But yeah, it's a great song.
Nobody speaks. Nobody get choked.
Bum, bum. All right.
I had the, I put the Spotify AI DJ all the time. It has, I guess, listened to me because it is Black Music Month, but it gave me Black music, rock music, which I wasn't expecting. And now I like this song called "Big Dreamer" by Bobby Vay and Amy Taylor. It's like a old rock, not old rock, but it's just a rock song that I really like now. I would never have listened to it if it wasn't for this Spotify thing.
Did you ever send the song with the anime?
Oh no, I played it for Leslie in the car though.
Okay.
I'll send it though. I'll send it.
Yeah, I also wanted to give a shout out. You interviewed her for your Voices of the Month. That's going to be coming out.
The Queen Princess.
Good Queen Princess, yeah. Smooth R&B joint. I'm forgetting the featured artist on the remix. Papiana, part 2.
Yeah.
Man, that verse gave me Gangsta Boo vibes. Y'all know Gangsta Boo, y'all know what I'm talking about. Had your boy blushing. So yeah, I definitely want to give a shout out to that song. Something I was listening to as well, man. Just excellent songs.
Yes.
Well, that does it for us. You can find us here every week. We encourage everybody to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what matches y'all watching, how excited you are for All In, how excited you are for Money in the Bank, and what music you're listening to. All of that. And we'll see y'all next week for Money in the Bank review. So for Bianca and for Les, my name is Vic. We'll catch y'all next time. As the culture, keep it locked.
80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap, we kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.